All right, what's up everyone? It's Mike here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk about my day job because many of you come to this channel and you know that I am a real estate investor, and yes, I am a full-time investor, but the way I got to be an investor is through being a mortgage lender. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, so today I want to talk about how I got into being a mortgage lender full-time. I started about 6 years ago, and I've used the money that I've earned through a lot of my active income, which is being a mortgage loan officer, to invest into real estate. I've used a number of different type of loans and hard money and all that, but I've also used a lot of my own money to qualify for loans and also to invest into properties as well. So I want to explain to you guys the fastest way to make six figures being a loan officer. And the easiest way that I know of is to join a company like mine called United Mortgage. So I'm going to break down how loan officers get paid because many people have no idea how loan officers make money. So loan officers in today's world, it used to be different about 15 or 20 years ago. We make money on the loan amount. So for just easy numbers, if you do a $250,000 loan and you take it from start to finish and you close it, at my company, you would make $5,000. So we make 200 basis points per loan that we close, and we have no caps on commissions. So that may not, if you're not a loan officer, that may not mean a lot to you, but your standard loan officer, when I first started, I was working for a household company in the St. Louis area. I was making 100 basis points per loan, and I was capped at $4,500 on commissions. So although it was a fantastic place to learn, in my opinion, it wasn't a fantastic place to grow. And ultimately, you'll find that this job is very rewarding, but it's very fast paced, and it can definitely be high strung and high pressure at times, especially when you're dealing with deadlines, closing deadlines. You're working with a lot of referral partners. So like realtors, for example, will send you clients and they expect you to, one, know what you're doing, two, have great communication skills. So keep everyone in the process aware of what's going on. And then three, they expect you to get the loan closed on time. Now, I can't stress that enough. Like every single loan, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be bumps in the road because everybody's situation is unique and it's different. But at the same point in time, if you're experienced enough and you're willing to learn and really put yourself out there, this is definitely one of the most rewarding jobs that you can possibly have. Now, at United Mortgage, where I work, it's a full-time commission. It's a full-time job and it's also commission only. So we do not pay anybody a salary or anything, but we are by far one of the highest paying companies out there. Now, when I left my original job, I wanted to make sure the next place was the best fit for me. And what I found that this place has been absolutely fantastic. And if you are a loan officer and you're interested in learning more about United Mortgage, then there's a link right below this video where you can go ahead and schedule a time with me and we can discuss. We're licensed in about 15 different states. So I'll put that down in the description as well where we're licensed. And if you generate your own leads and you're experienced, I mean, it's incredible. I literally tripled the amount of money that I made when I switched from one company to the next. Part of it was because I started working harder, but also the other part of it was I made double per closing on every single loan that I closed. So not only, some people look at it as the lazy way where I've talked to loan officers where instead of trying to do, $20 million in loans a year, they were like, oh, well, I can do 10 million and make the same amount of money. Well, yes, that's one way to look at it. But at the same point in time, I have the mindset if you're not, growing, you're dying. So I always want to push the envelope for more. But then again, this job, it can be the ultimate side hustle. You could do, say, $5 million in loans a year and you'll make $100,000. And guys, when I tell you doing $5 million in loans a year is literally a side hustle. I mean, that is like doing 2 loans a month. Almost anybody in this business can do 2 loans a month, hands down, just through friends and family. If you got 1 or 2 good realtors that would send you business, even if it was every other month, you will easily do $5 million in loans a month. And again, that's my market is in St. Louis, where our average price of home is probably between, I want to say my average loan was right around 180,000 a few years ago, and it's gone up because the market's gone up. I'm probably around $225,000 right now. But I mean, I can't even imagine what it'd be like to live on the West Coast or even some of the East Coast areas where you can't buy a house less than, you know, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, and most people aren't putting 20% down. So seriously, if you're in the West Coast, you could do one loan a month to make $100,000 a year, and any, you know, so on and so forth. The more that you do. So I've really created this section of my channel to not only educate other loan officers on what's out there and what's possible, but also to help, you know, recruit people to see if they're interested and want to come work for a company that's innovative, that's really pushing the envelope in the mortgage business today. There's been so much change in the mortgage business just over the last few years with technology. So now there's like Better Mortgage, there's obviously Rocket Mortgage, one of the huge online competitors, and there's just a whole bunch of them getting into the space. Zillow now has a mortgage section, which is crazy that in their first year, they did like over $10 billion in loans in their very first year. So the online space for mortgages is absolutely massive. And I believe that like for someone like myself to stay relevant in the mortgage space, we have to take our businesses online. And not only that, we have to make more money per loan that we close, because with these large corporations coming into the business and pumping, you know, millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising out there, it's really diminishing the returns of, you know, loan officers that make, you know, anything less than, really, in my opinion, 200 basis points, because our rates are still highly competitive and we don't charge a lot in fees at all. We are very, you know, comparable to all the companies across the board in fees. We just believe in more of a business built for the loan officers, because at the end of the day, no offense to my old company, but I was closing about $15 million in loans and I was making 1%. And then I was just uneducated on how the back end of the mortgage process worked. My company could have been making 400 basis points on me. And I was busting my butt every single day, getting out there, hustling to, you know, build new relationships, find new loans, and ultimately close more deals. And they were making 3-4 times as much money as me. Now, the company I'm at now, it's vice versa. They put more into their loan officers. And the reason we're able to do this at our company is because we don't have any overhead as far as, you know, brick and mortar. Like what you see right behind me here, this is my home office. This is where I work every single day. Our company's based out of Kansas City. And ultimately, we just do everything via email. And in today's world, you guys know, we can work from our cell phones. Obviously, I have a computer because it makes things a little easier to streamline them. But I can do about 90% of my job from my computer, actually, or from my cell phone. And then I get on my computer as necessary. But guys, it's a fantastic job. My goal is to educate people on the mortgage process and also to educate other people to get into the mortgage business. And if you have at least a year of experience and you're licensed in any of the states below, go ahead and click that calendar and let's talk. I mean, last year was potentially the biggest year that most loan officers have ever had in their career, because rates went to probably historically lower than we'll ever see again. And they've been maintaining, you know, definitely low for the time being, but eventually they're going to have to go up. And if you're used to making a certain amount of income just because you were doing a ton of loans, that may not be the case in the future as rates spike up and it goes more to a purchase-based business. A purchase-based business is much more competitive. And it really means that you yourself as a loan officer, you need to go out and hunt down realtors, and it's not as easy pickings as just refining your friends and your family and your past pipeline. Now you need to continue to find new business. And in many cases, this is where loan officers fail. It seems like whenever there's a refinance boom, there's a whole bunch of people to flood the market, take advantage of that opportunity, and then it's kind of here today and gone tomorrow. And a lot of those loan officers are here today and gone tomorrow. But if you want to build a steady business that can last you a lifetime, it really begins with relationships. It begins with bringing your business online, such as I'm doing right now, and many other loan officers and realtors and basically any business in today's world is doing. And also, it begins with getting paid the right amount, the amount that you deserve to get paid so that you can provide for your family and you don't have to close 50 loans a month or 20 loans a month just to make a really decent income. Now, I promise you guys that the first time I switched over here, I did about $18 million in loans my first year, and I literally doubled the amount of money that I was making before. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this for anyone that's making less. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can benefit from making more money per loan and also still offering the same service, the same products, everything to your clients. It just starts with understanding that that opportunity is even out there. I've talked to countless loan officers that had absolutely no idea that it was even possible to make 200 basis points. And as soon as I tell them that, their immediate response is, oh, well, your rate's got to be terrible, or you got to be charging all these fees and all that stuff. And guys, it's just not the case. So I figured I would bring this opportunity online to talk to as many loan officers or people that are interested in getting in the business and really educate you on what opportunities are out there, the opportunity that I have right now that's changed my life and changed my family's life. And I hope you guys found value in this video. Again, click the little drop-down box below and you'll see all the states that we're licensed in currently. And you can also go to our website. You can check out, it's United Mortgage or umloans.com. And that'll give you the breakdown of how our commission structure works and everything. And also, I'm going to be bringing more videos just from an educational perspective on mortgages and all that through this channel. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. And again, if you're interested, just go ahead and click that link and schedule a call with me. It's only 30 minutes. This is all confidential, guys. I'm not going around telling people who I'm talking to and who I'm not talking to. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is your decision and you got to do what's best for you. But you do have the right to know what is out there for you and what income potential you have. And again, if you're a loan officer that just wants to do $4 or $5 million a year as a side hustle and make 80 to 100K a year or 6 figures plus, whatever that might be, then this is a fantastic opportunity for you. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you guys on the next video.